Another Tottenham update. Heung Min-Son's future at Tottenham is delayed. Stay tuned for more. Roll the intro. Come on. If you are new to my videos and you've never seen my channel before, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, smash a like, share, and please have your say in the comment section. So the Tottenham update on Heung Min-Son. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a tour that they're going to do around South Korea. Obviously, Heung Min-Son's home country. So they're set to make a decision once that tour around Asia is complete, so hence why it's delayed. So I'm going to read out a little something I've got together here. You'll see it as I'm reading along. So, Son decision set to be delayed until after Spurs Asia tour. Tottenham's tour of South Korea is emerging as a factor in the future of captain Son Heung-min amid interest of forward from Saudi Arabia. And then it goes on to say, Son's future at Spurs is unclear given he has just 12 months left on his contract, with clubs in the Middle East looking at capitalising on the uncertainty. While well-placed sources have indicated the forward could yet leave before next season, any exit is likely to be delayed until after the trip to Asia, with any absence likely to risk complications with tour organisers. With the club have scheduled 2 friendlies against Arsenal on the 31st of July in Hong Kong before a game against Newcastle in Seoul. 3 days later, South Korea international Son, obviously in his homeland, and local fans will expect the 32-year-old to travel with the Tottenham squad to East Asia. Summer tours. Don't need to read the rest of that, but anyway, look, come on. What's your thoughts, Tottenham fans? Please hit us up in the comments on that. Look, we all know he's got 1 year left on his contract. Is that going to be extended? Age-wise, I can't really see it. I really can't see it. But please, let's see your thoughts again in the comments section on that one. Do you reckon they would extend it for another season? We all know that Daniel Levy, the club, are raking in so much money due to the South Koreans and obviously Heung Min-Son. And with Sonny going, you know, that could potentially lose so much money. You know, we get so many South Korean tourists coming to the lane, you know, not just there to see Son for the game, but buying merchandise and all that money is going towards Daniel Levy. And for him to go, that like I said, that could potentially lose a lot of money. You know, I know we've got the young kid who was on loan to QPR last season. Very young. I think he's only like 19, 20 roughly, no more than that. But we all know Sonny has been at the lane, Tottenham, for 10 years now, a long time. And he come to Tottenham to do what he wanted to do, and that was to win silverware. You know, so what way does it go? Does Heung Min-Son stay with us for another season, maybe extend his contract for another year? You know, we've got Champions League football now. We've got a new manager, Thomas Frank, who for me, I could see Sonny working wonders under Thomas Frank as well as the rest of the squad. We all know what a wonderful job he done at Brentford. Or does Heung Min-Son swing the other way and leave Tottenham on a high? He's come to Tottenham to do what he wanted to do. He's won silverware. Leave on a high. You know, you're 32 years old. You know, that's for a footballer. That's you're getting on a bit now. But I just feel for Sonny, and I can't be the only one thinking it. It's gonna kill me the day that the news breaks that Heung Min-Son's gonna leave Tottenham. It really will kill me. I thought that when Harry Kane left, but this is gonna hit different when Sonny leaves. It really will. I can't tell you what it is. It just hits different with compared to Harry Kane to Sonny. It just hits different. So does he leave on a high, and go to Saudi Arabia, where it's looking more likely where the sources are coming from, even though apparently Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce are after him as well. How true that is, don't really know, to be honest. But again, Tottenham fans, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Would you like to see Son stay for another season and maybe extend it for another season? And look, it's looking not very likely. But like I said, it would kill me the day Heung Min-Son leaves Tottenham. It really will. So it's a very interesting topic to talk about, because, like I said at the early part of this video, Daniel Levy and co raking so much money due to Son being at the club. You know, tourists coming from Korea, left, right and centre to Tottenham to see Sonny. You know, they're buying merchandise at the same time. You know, that could potentially lose a hell of a lot of money. I know we got the young kid from QPR, like I said again earlier, but where does it's like I said, it's an interesting one. But where does it finish from here? Where does it finish from here? I'm gonna keep telling myself that Son's days at Tottenham are done. Once the Korean, the Asian tour, South Korean tour, whatever you want to call it, is over, then it's good. It's goodbye to Sonny. I personally think that anyway. But like I keep saying, I just want one more season with Sonny. We've got Champions League football now. Obviously, that's where all the players want to be. That's where Sonny wants to be. That's where he should be. I know he had a piss-poor season in the Premier League last season. Again, for me, I put that down to injuries. You know, you've only got to look at the rest of the squad. So many injuries. And I put that down to Ange Postecoglou. But with Thomas Frank, I can... Now I've looked into it more, and I've looked into how he was at Brentford. He got average players. I know they've got some decent players like Brian Mbeumo, Visser, but more average players compared to your Tottenham players. And he got them boys playing some decent football. Took them up from the Championship and kept them well in the Premier League, competing against the top boys. And you got to hand it to him. He done a brilliant job for Brentford. But I just hope that he can do that with the current group of Tottenham players, and I just hope the board, Daniel Levy, back him. But like I said, it all stands with Sonny. Obviously, Sonny's the captain. If he leaves, who's going to take the role? Obviously, Christian Romero has been linked with Atletico Madrid. He could potentially go. So I know there's James Maddison as well, who's vice captain alongside Christian Romero. So there is a lot of work to be done at Tottenham. We all know there needs to be a rebuild. We've been saying it for a number of seasons now, but manager after manager after manager, they don't get the full backing. Some Spurs fans might say, yeah, they did get the backing. Ange Postecoglou got the backing. Yeah, we got some okayish, decent players in, like Mickey van der Ven, who's absolutely quality. But at the end of the day, Daniel Levy likes to pay low wages. It's simple as. But going back to Heung Min-Son, does he stay at Tottenham for another season and maybe extend it for another year? Highly unlikely. Or does he go? Does he leave Tottenham on a high, knowing he's won the silverware? Goodbye, Tottenham. Thank you very much. Only time will tell, and obviously we won't find out anymore. We won't know anymore until the Asian tour is complete. So here we are. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section, please. And as always, up Spurs, come on.